It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Thompson Sales, Kitchen Land USA, Advanced Car Care, Smouse Brothers, and United Plumbing. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey there. Good morning to you. Monday morning after some time off. We'll tell you about what we did with our time off coming up. But it is cold again. I don't know if you've noticed. Surely you noticed yesterday when it suddenly got cold. We're waking up to temps now in the 20s, most places across the Ozarks. That after the 70s yesterday afternoon. So by my math, which is not good, so double check me on that, that's about a 50-degree or so drop with insane wind, because two of our kids were out running yesterday in it, and they came in and talked about how windy it was. I tried to go for a walk with Sarah yesterday, and it was way too windy.
It was actually funny. Ethan could not take it. He just couldn't do it.
Well, my mindset when I left church yesterday morning, I said, man, what an unbelievable day. I love this kind of weather in December. So then Sarah said, you want to go for a walk? And I said, yes, babe, I do. That's what I would like to do on a Sunday afternoon.
We made it about 2 minutes or so.
Well, we walked one loop around the neighborhood and didn't go where we were going to go because it was cold outside and my mindset was not set right. Anyway. The good news is the cold snap, the super cold snap, may not last all that long. So make sure you stay tuned for Abby Dyer's Wake Up Weather immediately following this to find out what the forecast is going to be for your week and for the new year, as we're very close now.
Getting to the news now, the Missouri State Highway Patrol has released new details on Friday's big backup on Highway 65 north of Branson. Troopers say a car and SUV slowed down for traffic, and they were hit by two semi-trucks, triggering a chain reaction crash. So 11 cars involved and two semis. The SUV rolled over, injuring two adults and three kids, all of them with only moderate injuries, which if you saw the pictures of the crash, truly it's a miracle. Like by definition, it is a miracle that they are all five okay. The other driver had only minor injuries as well, and three of the four vehicles in that chain reaction were totaled. Everyone involved was wearing a seatbelt.
Yeah, when you see the pictures of the car and then hear the story about how they got out, and it's amazing.
Yes. In fact, a couple of them are friends of ours. The two with the three kids. So we got like kind of a background information. It was just really miraculous.
Yeah.
Man. Okay, now to this. Police in Republic are investigating a burglary at a coffee shop. The Black Lab Coffee Company was broken into early Saturday morning there. Cash was taken from the register and a bag of cash as well, possibly several $100s. Despite that break-in, the shop opened on time and operated normally, and the police are on it.
Well, I hope they can find whoever did that because, man, it's tough enough as a small business to stay in business when things are going well. So the last thing they need is a burglary for that.
It's so disheartening.
It is. Yeah, it's very discouraging. You're trying to help a community and provide some great coffee, and you get burglarized. Springfield City Council lunches will look a little bit different starting in the new year. This week, the city plans to cut its weekly lunch workshops in half, moving them to every other Monday. City Manager David Cameron says the change is about saving time and taxpayer money. The meetings will align with regular council sessions and could last up to 2 hours or so, however long they need to go for lunch. Some council committee meetings will also move to Mondays or Tuesdays. So they're looking at a few changes there with the city council. Meanwhile, the city of Springfield is expanding transparency next year. 3 city council committees will begin live streaming and recording their meetings. The move adds to existing streams of council and board meetings that are available online currently. The city says the goal is to better access and is better access for the public and easier public engagement.
Good. Springfield City Manager David Cameron, meanwhile, will host a listening session on the future of a proposed convention and event center. That meeting is set for 1 week from tomorrow, January 6th, at the Greene County Archives and Elections Center. The $175 million project, or could be project, is being reevaluated after voters rejected a hotel tax in November that would have helped pay for that big project. City staff will answer questions and share some results from a recent survey about it. The proposed site would expand and renovate the Springfield Expo Center in downtown.
Yeah. They're trying to sell it. The community at this point doesn't seem to be behind it, but we'll see if that changes or see if there's another
And
way.
it could. I mean, if they're having a listening session, maybe people have good ideas, and who knows? I have a
Or
good idea. That's
get
why I
it.
say that, because I have
Yeah.
a good idea.
Or to get a better understanding of why.
Right. Yes.
Kansas City Chiefs, meanwhile, have announced this happened while we were gone. You know this story. We just wanted to talk about it a little bit. They're building a new dome stadium in Kansas.
So they are moving out of Missouri into
They
Kansas. Who
Yeah.
called that? I know, right here on ATO. I did.
That's right.
Because Missouri was like, we'll try to keep them, but nah. And
Well,
it
it comes
was
down. It's
it was
taxpayer
annoying to
money.
me that Jackson County, I know, but the amount of money that the Chiefs make, I don't blame Jackson County one bit, because
I
it's
don't
like,
either.
why are you asking taxpayers to foot the bill for something when you're paying millions of dollars and we are paying hundreds of dollars to go watch you play? Like, the least you could do is build yourself a new daggum stadium on the Missouri side. They didn't want it bad enough. But I was a little disappointed right off the bat, because I felt like Missouri thought that, like, the Chiefs were just trying to, like, flex their muscle. I'm like, no, they're not. Like, they will move if it's all about the money, and they will move, and now they have.
But Missouri couldn't compete. I mean, if they're not going to fork over 60% of $3 billion of taxpayer money, that's what it's going to be. So $3 billion stadium, taxpayers will cover, the state of Kansas will cover 60% of that. So that is a huge amount of money. And the team says the dome will attract major events like the Super Bowl, Final Fours, things like that. New practice facility and headquarters also being planned for Olathe, Kansas. So Kansas is getting the Chiefs, but I mean, for Chiefs fans, it's not going to make a difference. It's like driving, across the state line. It doesn't really. It's in the same area. It's not going to make a difference for Chiefs fans. I don't know what it'll be due to the state's economy of Missouri, whether it'll have a big effect, how much money comes in from that. But you make a good point that a lot of people feel is why are we subsidizing billionaires or millionaires? It doesn't
Right.
make sense.
Millionaires for sure. Maybe
Millionaires for sure.
billionaires.
Yeah.
And there's so many of them too.
Yeah. Well, the players are millionaires for sure. Missouri's minimum wage increases again that'll start on Thursday, which is January 1st of the new year. The hourly rate jumps from $13.75 to $15 an hour for most workers. State officials say the increase puts Missouri ahead of many states nationwide. Some small retail and service businesses remain exempt from that.
Okay. Springfield Community Gardens has received a major grant to expand local food access. The nonprofit is one of two groups statewide awarded a total of $2.5 million. The funding will support small farmers and create new food hubs in Southwest Missouri. Part of the money will help build Osage Prairie Farm in South Springfield. The goal is to reduce food insecurity and connect farmers with local markets. Pretty good.
Yeah.
A program supporting single moms at Ozarks Tech has received its final year of funding. The Wingspan Initiative was awarded $100,000 to help cover basic living expenses. The program assists with costs like childcare, transportation, and utilities. Students can receive up to $10,000 per year in that.
All right. More good stuff. Meanwhile, the Missouri Tigers closed out their football season with a loss in the Gator Bowl. Mizzou fell to Virginia 13-7 after leading early in the game. It looked promising, but not for long. The Tigers finished their season at 8-5 after getting off to a strong start. They were ranked for much of the year because even though they had a lot of losses, they play in the SEC, which is a very difficult football conference. And, everything changes next year because it'll be a whole new crew of players the way that the
Mhm.
NCAA is right now. NIL will take players away. They'll be able to pull in new players with NIL, and it's every year's a new year, like completely with all new
Yeah.
players every season. It's crazy.
It's unfortunate, in
Yeah.
my opinion, but
Mhm.
changes the landscape of college sports forever. An area band director will take part in a national tradition on New Year's Day. Mountain Home High School band director Tom Chetnick has been selected for the Rose Parade. How cool is that?
Yeah, good for him.
He will march and play alto saxophone alongside directors from across North America. Chetnick has led the Bomber Band for 20 years, and you can watch him on the Rose Parade airing at 10 o'clock in the morning on New Year's Day on KY3.
That's funny that he's a director, but he's gonna be marching and playing in the actual parade.
I love it.
So he's going back to his roots, playing that sax.
It's cool whenever you have a director or a professor or a coach who also played the sport. Because here's the thing, you don't have to have done that. Like, there's some great basketball coaches throughout history that didn't really play basketball that well, but they can coach it really well. And this is just, neat that he can still hang.
Well, what a fun experience for him too, to be with a bunch of other band directors from
Yeah,
across the country. They're talking music 24/7,
right.
and, they're playing. They're probably, doing a little jazzy stuff, just getting together and playing and down in the lobby of the hotel.
Yeah,
Imagine.
it's really cool.
Oh, that's fun. Good for them.
Very fun. Yeah.
Well, we were gone for a week. Thank you for giving us the time off, and we put some reels up for you to keep you occupied while we were gone. I don't think there was much news going on while we were gone. It gets slow this time of year, but we were out in Colorado. We spent Christmas for the first time ever in Colorado. We always go skiing every year, and this year we just happened to stay for Christmas Day, so that was a unique experience for us. Also unique, and we should have pulled some pictures up. Maybe we can show you a few pictures tomorrow, or you go to our Facebook pages where we posted pictures of our ski trip. But what was crazy is that it is tied. This year is tied so far for the worst snow season in Colorado's history, at least as long as they've been recording the amount of snow. So
I
not a
mean,
lot of
even
snow out there.
Colorado did not have a white Christmas.
Well, you had to go really high in the mountains to have a white Christmas, but it didn't come down on Christmas Day. That's for sure. It was like 45.
Yeah.
We were walking outside, and you could really just get away with a sweatshirt outside at the base of the mountain, up higher. Well, actually, our boy did. He skied in a sweatshirt, so there wasn't a lot of snow. We went to Vail the first day, and the lift lines were super long because they didn't have many lifts open because of the lack of snow. So that was a rough day. And then we went the next 2 days. I was talking with a couple of guys on the lifts, and they were saying that Keystone is the place that is the best at making its own snow. They do the most and the best. So we went to Keystone the next 2 days, our first time ever at Keystone, actually.
Hmm.
And they had a lot of runs open and not long lines. So we had a good time.
Yeah. Good times. Still fun to be out there. Still better in the mountains, in my opinion, because hello, does it get better than that,
It was
on
our
Christmas? But
it was our first time out there that as we were driving around, I said that, man, I don't have to like worry about snow on the road or ice, or we didn't, 70 wasn't almost shut down or at a standstill because of a
yeah.
snowstorm. We deal with that usually once a trip out there, but not this year. It was, man, Denver didn't have a lick of snow.
Yeah, it was very strange. Very, very strange.
It was strange.
All right. Well, before we go, thanks for tuning in. Also, we want to thank our sponsors, and we also have a new sponsor to tell you
Yeah.
about. So thank you to Springfield Green County Park Board, of course. They've been with us for a long time, since the beginning. Thompson Cells as well, Kitchenland USA, Advanced Car Care Center. And Smouse Brothers Foundation Repair. And then our newest one we wanted to tell you about is United Plumbing. So if
Yes.
you have plumbing needs after the holidays, because, it's a thing. It's
Or
a thing
during the
people do.
holidays.
Or during the holidays. They're not technically over. We have New Year's coming
That's
right
right.
along. But thanks to United Plumbing for joining the team. We are super thankful for you. And we hope that this is beneficial for you to be able to have your name out there among the listeners and watchers of Around the Ozarks News.
Yep. Thank you, United Plumbing. Thank you to all our sponsors, and thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for another great year at Around the Ozarks News. We're looking forward to a great 2026 as well.
See you tomorrow.